Hello, potato! Today we're going to take a culinary trip across the pond back to the UK with the help of some tinned foods and Batchelor's Mushy Peas. Irish for peas since 1935 and non-GMO if you care about such things. This is actually something I had found back when I was getting the stuff for Heinz Week, the macaroni cheese and the beans and stuff. And mushy peas is another one of these things that I've always heard about in fiction and in books, and I've never tried it. I've seen it on shows, like cooking shows. I think Can't Cook, Won't Cook used to do this a lot back when BBC America actually showed British programming and not Star Trek reruns. And it always looked kind of interesting. I like peas. I love pea soup, especially Anderson's pea soup. If you ever happen to take a trip from up in Northern California down to Disneyland, you have to stop at Anderson's. This is not a sponsored video. But I've never tried mushy peas. They look kind of like pea soup to me, at least when I see them on television. But I've never tried them, and I'm assuming since these are vegetarian safe, they're not going to taste like split pea soup because there's not going to be any ham or bacon in here. But the ingredients are super simple. 95% of this can is peas. I do love that European cans do that. I wish we got the percentages on our cans too. And then there's water, sugar, salt, and colors. And that's it. Talk about a simple item. Let's see, calorie-wise, this is, you're only supposed to eat like a quarter of this can. And that is 100 calories. So this tin is around 350 calories, I guess. Let's see, sodium, 15% of your day, so the whole tin would be about 60%. And that's not great, but it's certainly far from the worst thing we've tried here. So what do the folks at Batchelor's have to say for themselves? At Batchelor's, we select only the finest peas to put in our tins. We care for them at every stage of the process, from the field to your plate. Working together since 1935, we know a thing or two about keeping them perfect, nutritious, and tasty. Pop open and enjoy. And then cook it on the stovetop or put it in the microwave. We'll do stovetop just because it gives it the best possible chance of being good. And so let's pop the top and see what they look like inside. So I didn't see any special instructions for opening it, like Heinz had, because Americans presumably. So pop the top. Ooh, wow, that doesn't look pretty, does it? So it doesn't look like Anderson split pea. It's a little watery in there, so I can't turn it over too much. Yeah, very pale green, which I guess is kind of the color peas should be. It says what kind of peas are on here, doesn't it? Marrow fat peas. I don't know if I've ever had marrow fat peas. This is America. We just call them, they're green peas, or like they're sugar snap peas or snow peas. We don't have different kinds of peas like they do in the UK. So I have no idea if the peas I normally eat are marrow fat or not, because those tins just say peas on them. So let's get a look at that. That is not the most appetizing thing to look at, is it? It looks like smushed peas, which I suppose is what it is. If they were like milk or cream or something, I would say maybe this is like the British equivalent of creamed corn, but like with peas. But no, there's no cream or anything in it either. It's just peas and water and sugar and salt and coloring. Although apparently not much coloring, because I can't imagine you wanted it to look that color. They do strangely smell a little meaty to me. I mean, they smell of peas, but it smells almost like there is meat. They do smell a lot like pea soup, which is weird because, again, these are vegetarian safe. There's no meat in here at all. I guess maybe that's just what marrow fat peas smell like. Actually smells pretty good. Let's give it a try. Obviously, of course, you're not meant to eat these cold, but you know how we do here. And the texture is totally wrong, but the flavor is very reminiscent of pea soup. Maybe a little lighter, a little more green. Maybe because we don't have the meat in there. I do taste a little bit of the can, which is a problem with canned foods in general. But overall, not bad. Not bad cold. So let's go pop them on the stove and heat them up, and then we'll come back and try them hot. And we are back from the kitchen with our fully heated tin of mushy peas. And actually, color-wise, I mean, that color is still not an attractive color. You wouldn't want to paint your house that color. I don't know, maybe you would. You're watching this. Your standards are pretty low. But I wouldn't want to paint my house this color. It does, however, look a lot nicer than it did when it was cold. It looks much more like a very pale pea soup than the original look, which made me think of that scene in Lord of the Rings where they're going through the swamp with all the dead bodies floating in it. The water's clouded up nicely. It does look like pea, like a really chunky pea soup. There's still almost full peas in there. It actually smells quite good. It definitely smells of peas, which, I mean, I would expect it to. But it does smell, makes me think of pea soup, which I suppose is the point, right? So let's give our heated final product the try. A try. Not the try, because if it's decent, I'll be finishing it for lunch. Of course, if it's not, then I'll probably still be finishing it for lunch. It can't be that bad, right? So see, there it is, all heated up. More of a uniform color, not as watery. Looks decent. Doesn't smell as meaty as before. Does smell more green, more fresh, more of peas. Yeah, a lot of that meaty flavor I was tasting for is gone. It seems to have disappeared into the heat. The flavor of the tin, not so much, though. I can still taste the can. But yeah, that's not bad. It's a little... I'm trying to think of the words. There's a lot of particulate matter in your mouth when you eat this. A lot of chunks of peas. The peas are definitely a firmer pea than what we normally get here in the States. And it leaves little bits of it floating around in your mouth. Like a split pea soup where they didn't maybe take the stick blender to it quite long enough. That's the texture. It's very... crumbly is not quite the right word, but it's in the ballpark. Yeah, it's not bad. I would consider getting these again. They have actually a really good amount of flavor, especially compared to some of the other United Kingdom foods we've tried here, like in Heinz Week. The flavor is very strong, very much of peas. It's got a pretty decent fresh flavor to it. And again, I mean, I don't know. When I say fresh, I'm comparing it to like American tinned peas, because I have no idea what marrow fat peas are supposed to taste like. I'm assuming these are not the same peas we get here. They do seem a lot firmer. They seem like there's a lot more resistance inside of them than in the peas we get in the can here. So I'm assuming they're not the same species of pea. But yeah, this isn't bad. These will get finished. I may even buy these again. I may even see, maybe try to face them off against some Anderson split pea at some point, which would be totally unfair because they're not the same thing. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. Mushy peas. Better than they look, better than they sound, which, to be fair, that's a pretty low bar. And I have no idea if Batchelor's is the best or not, but it's the only one I've ever seen in the US, so it's the best I've ever had. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, please give the video a like. And I haven't said it in a while. Please follow me on Instagram at Void of Intelligence to see pictures when I post new videos, and of course just other things that I happen to find that amuse me in life. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.